Or this TV show.
Happy, happy Halloween, 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 happy, happy Halloween, Silver Shamrock. And welcome back to a spooktacular episode of Do You Remember This Movie?
Or this TV show.
Oh, yes, in that
Corey, it's February.
Our viewers don't know this. Come on. Yeah, spring training in the air, home runs. No, it's not. It's actually October. For anyone who actually is watching this, it's October. Or is it?
NHL.
Baseball playoffs, NHL, and Halloween movies. Like Halloween Resurrection. And what's it about?
Now it's time for the synopsis with Ken.
Getting a little meta with the synopses tonight. So, Halloween Resurrection is the answer to what would a Michael Myers movie look like in the 20th century, rather than why would we make a Michael Myers movie in the 20th century? 21st century. Oh well, you get it.
Hey, we all have our moments.
We all wanted to see influencers in a Halloween movie.
Fun fact about this movie too, and I was gonna say it later, but I'll just jump in right now. The whole camcorder stuff in the movie, like there's a special feature on the Blu-ray where you can actually watch from that perspective, which I have.
They just left those rolling the whole time?
I guess so.
That's kind of cool, actually. That might be a better movie.
It's interesting because you see a lot of different camera angles and everything, and yeah, I mean, I definitely have watched it. Do you guys know who is in this movie? There it is. Well, first mostly, we got Busta Rhymes. Yes, we do. We got Busta Rhymes, who plays the character of Freddy, who's like the lead character of the what was their group called? Like the Dangertainment coming in with the reality TV. But most people remember Busta Rhymes for Give Me Some Mo. Yeah. That's it. I looked up his IMDb movies and I couldn't find a whole lot that he's been in.
He was in Higher Learning.
Okay. Higher Learning.
Yeah.
Was that like a pot smoking movie?
No.
Oh, it's not. Oh, okay.
No, it's a social commentary about. Look it up. It actually stars another person that was in this movie.
It doesn't happen to be Ryan Moran.
No, is that the American Pie kid?
He plays Miles. He's like the lead character in the group of kids.
Oh,
was he in American Pie? Yeah. He's mostly known for being in Ring 2 as Jake. I wanted to pick him because we see a decent amount of him throughout the movie. But last but not least, which there's a whole bunch of people in this movie. Your favorite one, the character named Jen, played by Katie Sackhoff, who is mostly known for Battlestar Galactica. What was her character name?
Kara Thrace, also known as Starbuck.
And those are probably the three top people in this movie by far.
You're instead of Jamie Lee Curtis and
we do got Jamie Lee Curtis. That's right.
From Activia commercials.
And Tyra Banks, who was also
Tyra was in there.
And I should have put a clip, a screenshot of this. But just anybody who's watching this, including Cam and Corey, go to IMDb and look up Tyra Banks, right? Because those known fors, I don't know who comes up with the known fors, but typically it's their most known for movies, right? And I'm such a fan of movies and actors that I'll be like, oh, that's blasphemy that they're not known for this or whatever. But it is extremely shocking that Tyra Banks is known for does not include the Tyra Banks show.
Right.
So look it up on IMDb. You'll prove me correct.
Her top 4 on IMDb is Coyote Ugly, Tropic Thunder, which is funny because her show Tyra Banks show is what she's known for in Tropic Thunder. And then you have America's Next Top Model, and then this movie, actually, Halloween Resurrection.
Yeah. And yeah.
But yeah, we do have Jamie Lee Curtis in this movie. You know, I like to call her the Drew Barrymore of this particular movie because she, you know, spoiler, you know, dies within the first, 10 minutes of the movie. Which, I won't go all nerd, but like, what a stupid way. Like, when they originally made this movie, they didn't know what was beyond after this with all the new Halloweens, but this was a horrible way to like kill that character off altogether. It was just weak.
Yeah, I
But she
haven't
comes
seen
back.
all the. Yeah, I haven't seen all
she
the
comes
reboots.
back
Do they
different-
like justify that, or it's just like, oh, it's a different timeline?
It's a different timeline.
Different time.
Okay,
There's
okay,
5
fair
different
enough.
Halloween timelines.
Yeah.
Wow,
We
the
don't
lore.
need to get into that though. Or should we?
Nah.
How about we watch some clips?
Well, I'll say, but just the ensemble of actors here. If you like go back to, was this 2002?
Yep, 2002.
Okay, go back to 2001, just in your life, right?
Good times.
And you just think, okay, hey, there's a new movie coming out. It's got Jamie Lee Curtis, it's got Tyra Banks, and it's got Katie Sackhoff. No way to know who Katie Sackhoff is yet, but you'd be like, man, that's gonna be an awesome movie. They're like, it's a Halloween movie. You're like, oh, never mind.
But we're gonna put Busta Rhymes in it.
Oh, then there definitely is a Halloween movie.
So this was the follow up to H2O.
Yep.
Halloween H2O, which I like H2O. This is the very like, this was the whole Scream era, the teen horror type era, Scream, urban legends, and stuff like that. Obviously, you can tell I'm into this kind of stuff. So,
Well, let's get into the clips here. You can just talk right up. Oh, he just took his headphones off. He's just pieced out on this.
He's got a prop. Look out!
out!
Didn't even remove the tag.
He hasn't blinked.
I was that kid on the corner.
he's the kid on the side of the road.
My headphones dropped.
Well, Corey, I was gonna have you. I'll turn the volume down on the clip so you can talk over them here. Okay.
Sure.
Well, I'll say
This is the one you added, right?
no. This is yours. This is one of yours. But one of my problems with this scene is that how did he not see the body on the floor that he's gonna trip over in a second? How did he not see that? And like, I didn't do the whole clip, but he's like looking around with a flashlight. Like, what was he looking at with a flashlight then? Like,
My wondering about this was, I just think it's funny how like that looks like a giant open room with just like one dryer in the middle of the
oh, he
room.
passes by like 2 other washers and dryers.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was watching this with a friend, and he asked me, "How long do you think you could survive in one of those?"
Well, also this means that Michael Myers not only put the head in the dryer, but also turned it on.
Oh! I was just hanging out up there,
Yeah,
like where was he?
yeah, and you don't.
With one arm.
Yeah, and well, I'll show you. I can explain that in a second. How he's able to do that with one arm, but I'll say that like what he's not really known for like running and hiding, right?
No,
like
no.
he'll step away, he'll step into the shadows, right, in other movies. But this means that he killed the other guy, heard the other guy coming, went to the ceiling.
Of all places, and it doesn't even look like there's really a ceiling
Yeah.
in that room.
Well, and then here's a little last bit of this is that watch this guy trip over the body. How did you not see this?
For real.
A massive pool of blood and a full-grown man on the floor. It's not like this was a dark room. He hits his head on the light when he comes in.
I mean, in his defense, was he full grown? He was headless.
Facts. And this is how the movie starts.
This is so stupid.
Yeah.
Was it Lori?
Yeah, Laurie Strode. Yeah.
Yeah, and the kiss, the kiss, the kiss is like, like
You
why?
thought it was William Shatner.
Okay. Check this out though. So you're wondering how he's able to pull himself up with just one hand? He's only holding himself on this with one finger. One
I
finger
didn't notice that.
holds him up.
And then she drops like 10 feet.
Yeah, this isn't a very far fall.
Yeah, it's like you guys know the McPoyle episode of It's Always Sunny? Where
Yeah.
he's gonna fall off the roof.
Yeah. It's not that far.
Frank's like pushing him with the that's kind of the vibe I got here.
I wonder if they did this to make it look like it wasn't that far. To be like, if we want to write her back in, we could write her back in. Now, does he lift himself up here? He must. I'll be honest. I thought you were about to throw in a clip of Hawk doing in the semi truck,
Oh,
freaking his arm out.
No.
I thought it was coming. I was like, I hope.
you have much more optimism of my, intelligence than maybe. All right, so you wanted to explain who this guy was, though, right?
Oh yes, this is the director of the movie.
Good morning, Paul.
Why can't I think of his name all of a sudden? Rick Lashley? No. Rick Rosenthal. He's done quite a few different movies, but yeah, that's the director cameo in the movie. He put himself in it.
So here's a scene. You kind of mentioned this scene, but I found something else in it that I wanted to show. So this is the party. So just, if people want to know what this movie is without having to watch it, they're gonna make this reality show in the original Michael Myers house. And Busta Rhymes is putting it on, and he got a bunch of college kids to volunteer to do this, and they're all going to wear a bunch of cameras, and that's what Corey was mentioning earlier. But one of them has been messaging this freshman, and he was going to watch her show tonight. He promised he would watch her show, but his buddy made him go to this party instead because it's a Halloween party, right? So this is the Halloween party. So the costumes are just lame.
Hey, what's going on?
So you got Silverman.
My first thought was Men in Black.
Yeah, that's what I thought they were supposed to be too. And then what are these guys supposed to be?
Well, that's Tommy Lee, right?
He's got like
56?
they got like lines all across their face. I don't know what that is. And then
What do we do?
there's this guy right here on his shoulder that's gonna walk by in a second. I don't know if that's supposed to be pajamas, like he's supposed to be some guy in his pajamas, but it looks like a suit that's too big for him, and he walks right into the closet. Right? But that's not really what I want to show you.
Maybe he's like a coat that goes and hangs in the closet.
Yeah, and they're supposed to be from Pulp Fiction.
All right. Relax, fine.
So that guy right there.
Yeah.
Hey, Miles, you think anyone will know we're supposed to be from Pulp Fiction?
No. No one will.
And then I didn't see her walk by, but she was also that exact costume was on the stairs. Right? So I don't know if she walked by and got in front of them somehow with their
There's the guy back there.
going into the closet.
Oh, he's just David Byrne from Stop Making Sense.
Well, here's the guy I really want you to pay attention to. This guy right on his shoulder here. What is this guy doing here? It's like, because this is just a party, right? They don't go
Right.
into the party. It's just this girl's, but she's a upperclassman, so this is really important for them as freshmen to go to. But this is not like, I don't know, like this guy's got like some equipment that he's holding, like he's like scanning the room. Is he part of the crew of the movie?
He's part of the crew of the movie. I should know this. I'm sorry.
So watch him.
He's literally putting down gas tape.
I got some.
Like,
He's got something that lights up. Anyway, so that's
Is my football player
Yes.
coming up?
and they're dancing with each other.
And then
So-
there's like
And is this supposed to be the song they're dancing to?
I would imagine
You have to think so, right?
right. Well, I like how secretive the guy was, like walking into that room to go watch that. Like, all right, I'm gonna sneak away from this party to go watch this live stream.
In a room that's bigger than the room that the party's in.
Yeah. Because the whole party goes in there later.
Okay, so here, this is what we were just talking about. So the party joins in and they're watching the live stream that you wouldn't believe it if you've never seen this movie. I feel bad them giving this away. The big twist here is that it's not just a reality show shot in Michael Myers' house. Michael Myers is also really there. I tell you what, I never saw it coming.
Why would you?
I thought it was just like he was going to escape from that hospital in the beginning, and then we'd never see him again. I thought the resurrection was that we're going to resurrect some other type of bad guy, but no. So I wanted to show this. I just like that she kicked him right in the face. I love it. And his face goes down here, like that hurt him, but later in the movie he gets kicked in the face and doesn't do anything.
You never know with Michael. Like sometimes I think he's just goofing around.
Like hamming it up.
Yeah, he's got a sense of humor.
Okay, so
The entire party is in that room.
So here's what gets really weird is that so he's like texting her, right?
Yep.
And at this point, so he's like helping her out. But here's what's weird. So he's gonna text her here. Like he must be messaging her, right? And before you correct me on this, I'm gonna bring up a clip, but they show the text like as he's writing it, as he's typing. And at the first time I watched this movie, I thought we were seeing it from his perspective. That makes sense. He's typing, so now every time he types a letter, the letter shows up. But you actually see it from her in her hand that it's just showing up as he's typing. That's really weird. I mean, how embarrassing if he wrote something embarrassing and changed his mind before he sent. In this little moment here, he's gonna say that we can't see you. So she takes the camera off her head and points it at her own face. Why do they need to see her? Do these cameras not have microphones? Can they not hear her?
Like the ones that they're wearing?
Yeah.
Maybe not, but she does like go to the corner camera and start yelling at them.
Well, what's on the belt? You know, before they go in the house,
like a body pack.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe the batteries died. I don't know.
Well, but here's the thing. She takes this off and she yells, she goes, where is he? Like she's like looking at the camera. Right. Well, is he just reading? Are they just reading lips? Then I guess what I'm saying, watch this. It just doesn't make sense.
I can't see you.
Like, oh, and they can hear. So
they can hear her.
Yeah, but so why do they need to see her?
Yeah.
Okay, and then
you can't actually ask a question. I know this because I call people on the phone. You can ask them questions without seeing them.
Well, and then also, so that right there where he said hallway, it looked like it was from his computer, right? So that's why you're seeing it letter by letter. But check this out. Maybe I didn't put it in the scene. Oh, here you go. See, that's her phone.
Yeah.
Okay, and then this. So he can change fonts?
He was able to change the font to really big, yeah.
Okay,
and
wait. So you need to write this urgent message to save her life. Hold on. I got to put it on bold. We're gonna do all caps. We're gonna change the font.
And it wasn't just as easy as like your cell phone today. It was you had to go into the settings, you had to go down to bold, go down the caps, probably click save, go back into wherever you were. And she's dead by that point, right?
Yeah, I just think that's not the time to get stylistic.
Good call.
Here's Busta Rhymes.
Yeah. What? Like, you watching Street Fighter?
Yeah, it did like Tekken.
Wouldn't that be great for the viewers to watch that camera as she's tying the camera cord around his... Anyway.
And you can.
That's in there?
It's the whole movie is from that perspective. It gets a little dizzy.
Look at me.
He is a great actor.
Why is he making those kung fu sounds?
Because he was like, because he was watching the kung fu movie at his hotel.
Okay, yeah. So now he's prepared.
Yeah, they did some character development with him.
Done. Movie over.
Franchise
Done.
over.
Franchise over. That look. It was like, this mother... You're back?
And what a poorly constructed shovel.
Just breaks immediately.
Yeah, like more martial arts here. But yeah, like those aren't even, he's not even affected by that, but that girl kicks him with a foot that he just stabbed that hurt him.
No.
One-handed, because he could have just done that with the finger.
2 fingers. He could have just... Ooh, I think I just saw all the characters in this knife.
So now, because of this move, Michael Myers cannot have children.
I do love that it starts as an electrical fire just to justify that this is like this place is chock full of electricity. Watch out.
So here's our ending. We're already at the ending.
It was a pretty quick movie.
It's a quick movie.
But check this out.
You're alive.
He changed the font back.
Well, now it's not urgent.
Yeah, and it's not as exciting that she's alive.
Yeah.
Surprised he didn't just put like a period at the end of it instead of an exclamation point.
Yeah.
Just like looking around.
Basic statement.
With like the smiley face emoji, but it just has like the straight line.
Yeah. You're alive. Dang it. We can see you on the news.
And she's like, "Who's we?"
Yeah, how many
Yeah,
people
yeah.
watching?
She doesn't know that he's at a party.
She replies, "Who's this?
Yeah. New phone. Who dis?
Oh, who's this?"
So, and then this scene bugged me so much.
I want to warn you, man. It's not a pretty sight.
So, I mean, they explain like the whole why she wants to see the face. Well, now it's Jamie Lee Curtis because in the last one she made the mistake. Blah blah blah. But yeah, keep it rolling.
So you don't get to see his face.
No,
All right.
That guy's mustache is outstanding, though.
I should have put him in that mustache in the cast.
Well, it's. I mean, you can tell that he's a real firefighter. He's not an actor.
He was a real firefighter.
Yeah,
He's not an actor.
An actor. You know what? You can't act your way into a mustache like that. That's what I'm saying. So you don't get to see the face.
Back it up. Let's go.
Wow. Looking a little crispy over there, Mikey.
Didn't even get to see it.
So
Is there,
What a letdown.
Corey, you said you have the Blu-ray?
Yeah.
Is there an alternate ending?
Not that I recall. No.
Okay.
This movie also, Jamie Lee Curtis didn't want anything to do with it. They had to throw some money out to her to do those scenes. She thought the way that they ended H2O was a good way to end the whole series, and she's like, this movie was a joke. And but yeah, as far as I know, I don't think there's an alternate ending. I
read that there was 4 endings.
Yeah.
Oh, is there? I mean, I guess I don't know. I mean, I
just didn't know if they put them on the Blu-ray or not.
Yeah,
I mean, there might be. I mean, I've only watched this particular one maybe 3 times.
I've never seen the
one of those times was the camcorder version.
I've never seen the alternate endings either, but I know that in one of them, Busta Rhymes dies.
Yeah. The one that I heard about, Michael just wakes up right in that scene and just kills Busta Rhymes.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And then Sarah just kills Michael immediately after.
And that's how the franchise is over.
Franchise done.
Well, and then that in the scene where Michael Myers kills Busta Rhymes, he kills him, and then Michael Myers actually talks and goes more like busted Rhymes.
After he said the crispy Michaels, man, right? Take that, Busta.
Busted.
Busted Rhymes.
This movie has some issues though. It would have been better if all of this didn't happen 45 minutes after they got to the house. It would make how did Michael Myers know that they were going to be doing this?
Okay, he didn't, but that's where he goes every Halloween.
Yeah, he has to go back to the house.
It would have been better if it was on day 20 in this house, and also it would have just been a better movie if you did that. Hey, we've been in this house for 15 days. We're filming this show and whatever, and it's getting creepy. And we're finding and they bring up a bunch of stuff that doesn't make any sense. How come some of those spices he said were fresh?
Well, Michael's a cook. He does a little cooking on the side when he's not killing. Like I said, he's got a sense of humor. He's a great cook. He cooks flesh.
Yeah, you should see his crossover episode with Ina Garten's Barefoot Contessa. It's my favorite. They make mimosas. They get day drunk. It's beautiful.
So I'm reading a couple things here. The actress Bianca Cagelich. She's the main female in this, the one who kept getting the messages. She cannot scream, and her screams had to be dubbed in post-production.
Great casting.
Yeah.
There is a moment where Katie is she's lifting her shirt or whatever. That's not her. What else? John Carpenter has stated that he cringes when he hears about this movie, and probably the best line of the movie, in my opinion, is from Freddie Harris, Busted Rhymes, where he says "trick or treat, mother." That was a fun movie. We have a second one to talk about.
And once again, it's time for the synopsis with Cam.
Halloween 3. Who would have guessed this would be the answer to the age-old question, what is the meaning of Stonehenge? That one's for the scholars.
That was it?
Remember 2012, guys? Remember Ylvis?
That was a good synopsis.
Well, it was not really much of a plot here.
Let's find out who's in this.
Yeah. So, spoiler, I'll tell you who's not in this Halloween movie, and that would be Mike.
Has that been there the whole time?
Yes, it has.
Wow.
But my head has been blocking him.
Nice.
strategically for this moment.
Well, I gotta
Anyways.
ask you a question. When you were looking up the cast and crew, did you notice that number one in all of I had to go and like dig through all of the Halloween movies just to see if this is true. On Google, the number one like cast is always John Carpenter. And it's like, well, that doesn't make much sense.
That's not fair. Yeah. You can't put him at number one. I don't even talk about John Carpenter on this one.
Well,
Because he had nothing to do with it, right? Maybe like a producer or
yeah,
something.
story by, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
But he was famous for his band, his family band.
The Carpenter
Carpenters?
band?
Yeah.
Shit, I should have put a Carpenter's record. I have so many of them. I should have put a Carpenter's
goodness.
record behind me.
Well, let's not get too far away from the assignment here. The character, the lead guy character in this movie, Daniel Callis, I think is how you pronounce his name, played by the wonderful Tom Atkins. You guys are big Tom Atkins fans. I can see it. He's mostly
He
known
invented
for-
the diet.
That he didn't do that. No, but I like that. The Atkins diet. That was good. Most known for inventing the Atkins diet. Woo! Tom Atkins. We'll just leave it at that. But really, he was Frank McRae in Maniac Cop. Yeah, you seen that one? Oh, dude.
No.
Dude. Maybe next October, huh? Next up, the character, was it Connell Cochran?
Yeah.
Was like the bad guy who is trying to possess all the kids with his TV flashing lights and everything.
Was he gonna possess them, or was he gonna blow
Not
the back of
possessing.
their heads off?
He was wrong terminology. You're right, my bad. But he's mostly known for being the old man. Credits. He was credited as the old man in RoboCop 1 and 2.
Well, he was credited as the old man in this movie too.
Yes. Last but not least, we do have her name in the movie is Ellie. She's played by Stacey Nelkin, mostly known for her role as a bank teller in the wonderful movie Distant Cousins. No, I've never heard of it. I thought maybe that would strike like a nerve and trying to be like, that movie's awesome. No, never heard of it.
No,
I don't know what the movie's about, and I'm kind of scared to look. I mean, it's called Distant Cousins. I don't know.
I mean,
what
I've
it's
seen
about.
Kissing Cousins, but
Yeah, I mean, I guess a movie about distant cousins is like it's somebody with like a list of family members' phone numbers by their phone, and then they just like, nope, I'm not gonna call that person.
Distant Cousins. Wasn't there a TV show called Cousins? Or
There's a terrible movie called Cousins with Ted Danson where he makes out with his cousin.
wow,
Yeah,
should we do that one?
sure. You like Ted Danson.
and all the clips are just that scene.
Anyway, so we're going 20 years back in time from Halloween Resurrection, and we're going to talk about Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, and does not have him in it. Or does it?
Yeah, so we'll make it like a Where's Waldo, like, and see if you can find him here, okay? Yeah, let's get into the clips. This movie is tricky. It's tricky how it starts because you're like, what is going on? You don't know what's going on for a good 47 minutes. So he's a doctor, and an extreme alcoholic. And he gets well, this is how the movie starts, essentially.
Hello?
Daddy's here!
If my kids screamed like that, I would have gotten divorced and moved out too.
Children, we leave our food at the table.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's bad timing.
I'm used to it, remember?
Why did you bring that?
I'm used to it.
Here. One for you, one for you.
These kids are just so ungrateful. Oh my God. What is, I mean, but you have to give them a little bit of credit. Like, those masks suck.
What's the matter? Don't you like them?
Those are those ones that would cut your eye. I don't think either of you
Oh,
guys-
yeah. Yeah, you just brought me back there.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know exactly where you're talking. I feel like I still have a cut on my eye.
Yeah, like back in the day in my school, like you would have to put your, you'd wear your costume, like you'd do like a half day at school, and then they would shut it down. You go put your costumes on, and then but you probably have to take it off to eat. Like everybody brings snacks, and then but then you would go to each classroom and show off your costumes, and you have to put it back on. And I remember like going, oh my gosh, I was actually okay sitting down, but walking around, like bumping into other kids and being,
Because they had those thin plastic
and just
masks. Yeah. I do remember then you would take your mask off while you're in class, and then you would do like a little Halloween parade into every classroom, and they'd have games and stuff, and some of them, I don't know if your school did that, but bobbing for apples. Did you ever do that?
We didn't bob for apples.
We didn't either, actually.
No,
but I think it was like a health code thing.
That was just because nobody wants apples in school. They don't.
Well, yeah,
there's
we-
no
no,
money
we-
in apples.
In Iowa, we bobbed for corn on the cob.
He's not lying. He's telling the truth. I can see it. He's telling the truth.
In Minnesota, we would bob for walleye.
Live walleye.
You'd practice all summer anyway. So moving on, we'll talk more about Halloween costumes later here. But so these kids are, look at there's just disappointment in this girl's face. But you still should be grateful.
Mom already got us mask. Silver Shamrock, look.
Way cooler than yours, Dad.
Nice try.
8 more days to Halloween, Halloween, Halloween.
So,
8 more days
how you
Those are
been?
cool masks. Oh, the ones Mom got.
I gotta call in.
Drinking and doctoring, great combination.
Okay.
Yeah, she's a peach. I just put this clip in here. So this young lady's father died by one of the robotic bad guys. And he gets. I didn't put the scene in there, but he kills him by just sticking his thumbs in his eyes. Right. I just feel like they're not being very sympathetic to this young lady here.
What happened?
Oh, some crazy man killed himself in the parking lot right after. Drugs, probably.
Is that
Extremely
it? My
tired.
father's dead because of some
The
crazy.
whole thing is under investigation.
Just one question though. Did your father have eyes yesterday? Because we're trying to piece this together and it's not making a lot of sense.
Dead.
You've had a hard night and you've come along.
And he is like, he's looking at her like from a Bugs Bunny cartoon. She's just a slab of meat right now. This guy is he is.
When you feel better, I'll have some questions.
All right, so they're gonna go investigate themselves. So the doctor and the young girl go.
At the motel.
Yeah.
Just gas there. What did it say? 122?
132 for unleaded.
Good evening to you.
Say, partner, you happen to know, is there a vacancy here in this motel? My wife and I need a place to stay.
You've come to the right place.
Your wife or that your
It's
dog?
cozy, it's quiet, and the price is right.
And they'll never get their hands on my Lucky Charms.
Yeah, what's the deal with all the like Irish?
Well, that's the
stuff? I don't-
Shamrock.
Oh, and the doctor's supposed to be, of course, Irish alcoholic. Like,
Yeah.
That makes sense, right?
So here's her bag.
I like how you're like, no, that's not a problematic stereotype. That just, that just checks out.
I'm Irish.
I mean, come on.
So here's her bag that she brought with her. Okay.
Looks like a lunchbox.
And then listen to this guy. This guy's devotion for the bad guy here, the old man.
Light packers, aren't you?
We've had a lot of practice.
Ah, there's Mr. Cochran now.
I feel like he needs some like hype music behind this roll up.
A great man, Colonel Cochran. A true genius.
But that guy's not a robot.
I mean,
What makes this guy a genius? We'll bring up the genius thing here in a minute.
he makes robots, you know.
Well, they don't know that, though.
This place is a
Something-
zoo.
yeah.
And then here's where we just get the. I put all the cringe scenes right together here. These are cringy.
I saw
entire movie.
Cochran. His car, anyway.
And your old man stayed here on the 20th.
I was right. We'll go directly to the factory. We'll find
Whoa,
out
hold on.
exactly
Slow
what-
down, slow down. It's getting late. I could use a drink. Let's take our time.
Let's take our time. There's people dying. There's people cars
Yeah.
blowing up. This place is weird. Let's take our time. Let's slow down.
Get the weird guy out there faking an Irish accent.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't know what's going on here.
Your father's not going to get more dead.
It's okay with you? To stay, I mean.
I think these clothes could probably hold out for at least one more day.
So he didn't bring clothes. So it's not like he said this is going to be a multi-day trip, right?
Right.
So why does she even have clothes? Where was she going? That she just had those clothes with her.
Oh, you know how women be.
Maybe I had to get another room.
That would look sort of suspicious, wouldn't it?
What I mean is, if you'd feel more comfortable, I could sleep in the car.
We all know what you're getting at.
Be better than this floor, anyway.
Where do you want to sleep, Dr. Chalice?
She didn't call him by his name. She's like, make sure Mr. Dr. Dollar Sign Chalice, Mr. Six Figures Chalice.
Yeah. Mr. Alcoholic with 2 kids.
That's a dumb question, Mr.
Asperger's
Grimage.
Chalice?
Mr. Still Has 2 Eyes Chalice.
This goes really quick. Like, this
Yeah.
escalates, like, from the off. Like, what do they talk about on the way there?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess.
Oh, I
that's-
can't wait to hook up with you in this creepy town.
Like,
Yeah.
like he's driving you like, do you think you should get your own car? I mean, you could just ride along, you know, if I'm,
You
if,
think you should get your own?
let's just hypothetical. If we were on a motorcycle, should I have a sidecar or would you be riding in the back seat? I just need to know. I just need to know where our relationship stands.
You know, and she doesn't seem like this proves that she doesn't seem all that devastated about the fact that her father lost his eyes in his life.
No, and we're gonna get to that here.
It's 6 o'clock. It's 6 o'clock. Curfew. Curfew. All residents of Santa Mira, please clear the street.
Okay, but everybody
Curfew is
works at that
now in
factory.
effect.
Everybody works at that factory. So,
Sure,
so you
yeah.
work like 9 to 5, and then you get 1 hour of outside
Yeah.
time. Like I just don't see why this wouldn't be suspicious. And also, they bring the cat inside here, and later there's a cat running around and the cameras are following it. Like,
Please
so
confine your activities
how did that cat get out? What are they gonna do with that
to
guy?
your own homes. Thank you.
That's a vagabond, man.
Have
So-
a very pleasant evening.
So is the whole town in on this? They're calling him.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. Yeah.
They're calling him a genius. They all go to sleep at 6 p.m. I don't.
Or they're brainwashed or something.
Or
'cause,
they're
like,
all robots. You know.
Maybe.
Whoa. Spoiler.
Well,
Moving on.
so back to her bag that she brought with. She had this in it. So maybe he's not the cringy one. Maybe she had an ulterior motive this entire time. I mean, she either brought that with or she
Yeah,
was
she's
wearing it.
Wearing that. Yeah.
You think she was wearing it already?
Yeah, just wearing it. You know.
And also the Irish guy was like, you sure pack light. Maybe that was all that was in that pack.
It was just, or it's empty. Yeah, it was just that one lingerie piece, or it was empty because she could have been wearing it.
Yeah.
I don't know you guys. I always put on my lace underwear.
I'm wearing mine right now.
When I go on a road trip and I'm just sitting in my own filth for 7 to 10 hours.
It's
After I just got the news that my father lost both of his eyes.
Yeah.
That's what it is. I mean, it's required parental homicide investigation wear, right? But so you're like, okay, maybe she's the aggressor in this romantic relationship here. But then, no, he decides to just turn the tides and make it a creepy one more time for himself.
Stops.
Wait. Aren't you just the least bit tired?
No.
Wait a minute. How old are you?
You should have asked that before.
You waited a long time before you asked. I was hoping you showed that part. Because
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, well, listen to her response.
Relax. I'm older than I look.
You don't fall for that one, dude.
Don't fall for that one.
6 figures. Is that a QR code for like the?
No,
that's how the movie would be today. You'd have to scan that, and then you'd watch the flash.
Well, this is the first time we get to see what is going on, right?
Yep.
So this is another lady staying at the same motel, and this happens. So she found this is like the shamrock thing that's on the behind the masks, right? Hilarious.
I love that part.
Who cares?
Okay, so that shamrock thing is on the back of the masks. So that means that this is going to happen to the kids from the back.
Yep. But does she have her eyes?
She does have her eyes.
Oh, okay.
But what I don't get is so it's just a laser beam. I don't want to say just a laser beam, but it's a laser beam that just blew off half of her face, right? Just peeled it right up, right? Like a busted, Jiffy Pop bag here, right? And so but what I don't understand is where do the bugs come from?
Yeah, the bug stuff is so weird.
And the snakes.
Isn't it like lizards and snakes too at one point?
Yeah, one of the like little snakes come out and then a giant snake comes out. It's like, wait a second, was that in their head the whole time and the laser was just waking this up?
That's what runs our brains.
Yeah. That hair on her head was the same hair from Halloween Resurrection for Michael. That was.
Oh wow, this is.
All right, we're getting there here. So this is just a weird scene. Like if you only saw this scene, you would think this movie was a comedy, right? But also another thing to look at is, are these all masks? I mean, they sure look like masks to me, but they clearly say that for the masks that Shamrock is selling, Silver Shamrock is selling, is just the 3 masks.
Right.
Which is a really weak plan. This whole plan is just super. So you want all the kids in the world to buy one of 3 masks? That makes
exclusive.
It makes a pretty dull Halloween, right? But you do see some of the kids take liberties with them. Like one kid's gonna wear the pumpkin mask with a pirate hat.
Yep.
Right. Like it's just like because even the kids know that we can't just have these 3 masks.
You can't all be dressed the same.
Yeah. But listen to this guy. This guy's a huge Mr. Cochran fan, right?
It's Hall of Fame time.
What's famous?
You really don't know? Donald Cochran, the all-time genius of the practical joke. He invented sticky toilet paper.
Sticky toilet paper.
Google that, Cam.
Oh, you must know.
And he's like, no, he didn't. No, he didn't do that one, did he?
He did the sticky toilet paper.
Yeah, my parents still do the sticky toilet paper to each other.
Sticky TV guy? No way.
Yeah, and listen to these other two things that he says.
Oh, the dead dwarf gag, the soft chainsaw, all his.
The soft chainsaw, the dead dwarf gag. I mean, like, and he's like playing along. He's like, no way, really? And this is the guy that the Irish guy just said was a genius. Like, you know, here comes Mr. Cochran right now, and they're waving. He's a genius. If you're, you know that
He did the snakes in the peanut brittle. He did the little cockroach that comes out when you grab the bubble gum.
And then she's like, I'm holding out for the guy who invented sticky toilet paper. He's like, well,
No, gee, I didn't know that.
And before that, he used to make toys.
We all together?
So I just wanted to show this scene, because this is really the nuts and bolts of the whole plot.
Oh, I want a mask. Can I have a mask?
Just what I had in mind for you, little buddy.
I want that one.
This totally reminds me of like Charlie in the Chocolate Factory, like right now.
Yeah.
That's Charlie right there.
Those bells haven't been through final processing. This one is.
Whoa.
See, it's on the back. So it's just going to shoot that laser into the back of their head?
There you are. Wonderful.
Thanks, old man.
It's almost.
All right, so I want to show this quick montage that they do to show you that this is all around the United States.
Yeah, the most popular mask in the world, dude.
So you got Pumpkin, you got Witch.
It's time, kids. The clock is ticking.
But not all the kids are wearing like this one's Casper. Like, so not some of the kids are going to get spared here.
Be in front of your TV sets for the Horathon, and remember the big giveaway at 9.
This kid didn't understand the assignment. Like, if you want to be a witch, just
don't miss it.
Yeah, pick the one that's most like a witch. I mean, it's not like there's 40 of them. There's 3, right?
And don't forget to wear your masks. The clock is ticking.
That Pumpkin one,
It's almost time.
Do you guys think it's weird that Dayton, Ohio, and Omaha, Nebraska were?
I was thinking
like.
So, ballerina Pumpkinhead.
I mean, it was like you had to have one of those to be cool. You weren't cool unless you had one of those 3.
Well,
right?
Well,
they don't.
So this one has but this one doesn't.
Halloween, Halloween, Halloween.
By the way, let's go back to that one.
Halloween, Halloween, happy, happy Halloween, silver shamrock. Happy, happy Halloween.
So it's just a sack. They're just a sack.
What are they carrying? What's that orange thing? Are they carrying the mask in the bag?
No, that's their bag for candy.
Okay, I wasn't sure if that
but
was.
But they're all wrapped up.
It's just it's just a.
They're just a person.
Potato sack.
Yeah.
Halloween, 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 happy, happy Halloween, silver.
Cowboy. Pirate.
Yeah.
Yar.
So here, I also like that. This is the cover of the movie.
I know it makes you.
Here we go.
You should cover that song. Anyways.
The cover of the movie. Right?
It's very similar. Yep. Yeah.
You thought.
Okay, so here's the end of the movie where we get to. This is just like a Batman episode here where
dude, that shot you private pause with his face and the light is perfect. Go on.
So it's just like a Batman episode where he's gonna tell him everything, and hope that he doesn't escape
from point A to point B and everything in between. All right.
No further than the strange custom of having your children wear masks and go out begging for candy.
So a couple things here. So here's the plot. This guy is like a witch, right? And he started doing all of these gags and toys all these years, taking over this whole town all this time, because he knew that this is when the moons would align. And how did he know that? He stole a piece of Stonehenge, right? And he brought it to his lab. And so, like, this all sounds so ridiculous, but this is the plot, right? So he takes a piece of Stonehenge. He's using it to figure out that this is the Halloween, that this needs to happen. And he makes these masks. I don't know why he only made 3 of them. It feels like it had been a way smarter idea to make millions of different types of masks so that every kid in the whole world would wear them, not just the ones who decided that they wanted to be one of those 3. But these masks, when that this TV commercial, so this thing only works if you're near a TV, right? It only works if you're near
or
a TV.
if you poke it with a hairpin.
Or hairpin, yes. So they need these kids to get to the TV where, and it's really weird that some of the commercials say, "Hey, all the pumpkins, come closer." So, and then at the end here, they're going to say, "Pumpkins, witches, and skeletons, come closer to the screen." And then that's when it's going to shoot the laser and the bugs and the snakes and the stuff into their heads. And because he's going to sacrifice all the children, because part of Samhain is the celebration of Samhain is to sacrifice animals and children, right? This is his whole crazy plan. It seems to be smarter to thing if you just made more robots to just kill children, right?
No, because it's supposed to like renew the land to the Celtic whatever. I don't know how snakes and spiders make it return to the Celtic land.
I mean,
also, don't they say return? And it's like this is happening in Northern California.
Yeah.
I mean,
to its ancestral Celtic land.
It's pretty standard witchcraft to sacrifice, millions and millions of children, right?
Well, and also, is this Halloween being played on TV? That's Jamie Lee Curtis. So does she get a credit for this movie?
I don't believe she did.
Her and John Carpenter did.
So really?
No.
He only has an hour and 10 minutes left. But yeah, that's Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah.
So they just put him in there, hoping that he doesn't escape, and that 9 o'clock will hit, the commercial will show, and then his head will blow off, and the bugs will crawl out. That's
the plan.
Yeah. Also, I think thematically it would have been a little bit better if it had been shown at midnight, because Samhain starts on November 1st. I was like, I was just kind of bugged by that.
Well, also, is this
that's a good pick.
What about time zones? We just showed several time zones in the montage.
Yeah.
So I don't know. So this is him calling his wife, and his wife
some plot holes,
and his wife doesn't listen to anything he's saying.
Never.
Santa Mira, and they killed Buddy Cuffer, his whole family. They killed him.
She's like,
Yeah, no.
Those kids can't even keep their food at the table. Whatever. Anyway, and then how does he know how to work this? Because looking at it doesn't make any sense to me, and I feel like I'm pretty tech savvy. And but how does he know how to work this?
Here's a few. Here for that. I got it. Popcorn. Yep. You can't forget to do that last part.
Before he was a doctor, he was in a prog rock band, and he played analog synth.
Giveaway. Halloween has come. All you lucky kids with silver shamrock masks, gather around your TV set. Put it on your
This was clever. The what's in the box. This was clever to me.
masks and watch. All witches, all skeletons, all jack-o'-lanterns. Gather around and watch. Watch the magic pumpkin. Watch.
It's got a nice beat and it's easy to dance to. So it's the Shamrock emblems, right? So he got the message to play so that all lasers go off, and then they just amazingly only kill the robots.
Perfect.
Pumpkin spice.
It looked like it too. Well played.
Okay, and then I don't understand this. I don't think we're supposed to understand it. This is just part of the mysticism that this guy is involved in. But so all the robots are down, right? And we got this circle of computers and TVs for no reason at all. And like this isn't the TV station. The guy calls the TV station in a minute here. It does, it doesn't make sense. But anyway, you got Stonehenge here. So why did it do that? By the way, he's playing the old man.
That's exactly the same character he did in RoboCop 2.
You're just watching. Don't get out of there. Those things look like they're gonna explode.
You'd have to watch, right?
Let's watch from directly above.
Yeah, I mean that seems like a good spot to watch.
I do like that he gives them. You know what? You well played, guys. You got me. But the Stonehenge just shot him. Stonehenge just shot him. So now he's not just an old man. He's a glowing old man. What?
Al Gore?
Where did he go?
Disintegrated. The unnecessary explosions.
I get why we paired these two electrical fires.
Yay!
And multiple TV screens. Multiple TV screens. But real quick, I got 47 seconds left of stuff here, so I got two little fun things for you. So one thing, I really like the soundtrack of this movie. So I just wanted to play you guys the big hit from there. You guys weren't really around this time, so just a little bit of this, okay?
Let's hear it. Let's see which one. This is the hit.
Happy, happy Halloween, Halloween, happy, happy Halloween, Silver Shamrock. Happy, happy Halloween, 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 happy, happy Halloween, Silver Shamrock.
There you go.
You know, we had the same what I like to call WAV link, because I was thinking, I hope we play just that clip. It's great. It's a hit.
But
was it on the radio when you were a kid? Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was huge.
Or was it on TV?
I had the cassette and the vinyl.
And the vinyl.
I have the lyrics tattooed on my thigh.
So do I.
Yeah. And also I just want to show this. So for those of you guys playing along, if you haven't seen Michael Myers yet, here he is.
Can we have another station?
You got it.
There he is.
There he is.
There's our little guy.
So when anyone ever says, there's a movie, you can say, hey,
Come on. What's the matter? Don't you have any Halloween spirit?
No.
Happy Halloween, guys. Happy Halloween. I feel like Halloween is probably Cam's least favorite holiday.
Ooh, ouch.
Why?
I don't know. I was gonna say favorite, but I just said least because you don't like horror movies really, but doesn't.
What are you talking about? Cam's more a horror movie than I am.
I thought you said you didn't like those kind of movies last week.
No, I've never said that. You're putting words into my mouth. Also, my favorite holiday, everyone knows, is Flag Day.
That's a good day.
Mine's Arbor Day.
Arbor Day, actually, low-key, my family celebrates that in a pretty major way. We plant a ton of trees.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not kidding. My grandpa has planted like over at least over 1,000 trees in his life on Arbor Day. He's super into Arbor Day.
When is that? Is it different every year, or is it?
No, I couldn't tell you.
So
couldn't tell you.
Anyways, would we like to do some final thoughts?
I really don't want to.
Well, then we're gonna have you go first. Then.
Oh no.
I wanted to show. I'll add this to the stream later here, but shoot, I can't get this any bigger. This is
I'm distracted. I've been watching what you're doing.
Yeah, well, when we were talking about the bad costumes, I just wanted to remind everybody of the worst costume ever. It was short-lived, but it was these inflatable costumes you put on your head. And you guys see this? Can you guys see this?
Yeah, I can see it.
That was the costume. So, okay, that's not. I don't want to show that one because that's.
Yeah, maybe not.
Yeah, okay, this one's a little bit better. So we get
7-year-old canceled.
so here we go. You see the costume is a plastic bag with the characters on the plastic bag, and then you paint your face, and then you have this inflatable head.
What is it? Scaredy Cat?
It's called Kooky Spooks, the giant blow-up costume kit.
Yeah, and this is Scaredy Cat.
Scaredy Cat.
So that's
love it.
So that's just if people want to go retro, that was a costume, like that. I never got those costumes because it was like, guess what I'm supposed to be? Nothing. There's a quick buck for a Halloween costume company.
In my hometown, all the boys had to dress up as Yoda, and all the girls had to dress up as Sleeping Beauty. That way, it was easy.
I'm dropping things over here. Sorry.
And all the adults would pretend to be like, "Oh, what a great costume." What's the worst, Wob? What's the worst costume you ever wore?
Oh man, I don't know. I don't remember a whole lot of costumes when I was too younger.
I'll go first. My mom made a homemade frog costume for me because I wanted to be a frog, and it was very nice. But we went to there's a zoo in Des Moines that does like what do they call it? Night eyes. And you go and like it's at night and they have lights all over the zoo and everything, and you have to go trick or treat there. And I just refused to wear the frog head because it was way too hot. And everyone at the stations where they give candy, they'd be like, "Well, you're not wearing your costume, so you don't get any candy." And so I'd like cry and put on the frog head for like 30 seconds. I think that's the worst one I ever did.
Frogman. There's another Always Sunny.
I want to be a frog.
How old are you then?
Froggy.
You said?
Oh Lord, probably like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Early grade school for sure.
Trent, do you have a worst costume?
Well, okay, so I didn't have a lot of good costumes when I was a kid because I would always go to the store and pick out the coolest mask, and then that's as far as I got. So I was like that kid that just wore a mask. But I'll say that probably the worst one was the back to the plastic with the elastic band. I was He-Man one year, and so it was just like a garbage bag that said He-Man, and then I had this bad He-Man mask. But I will say my cute thing is all the way through high school, my mom would pick up a mask on her way home on Halloween and make me put it on and go to the neighbor's house because they'd always have carameled apples. And so I'd have to go get her a carameled apple. And I did that like till my senior year.
And if you go home for around that time of year, she had you do it.
Yeah. Just, here's a new mask.
Speaking of masks, let's go into our final thoughts and let's do Halloween 3 first, okay? And I want one of the extra questions you have to answer is which mask would you have picked, or which one would you pick?
Gotcha.
So Trent, you go first.
Oh shoot. Well, see, I liked this movie. I thought this movie was awesome. So for as far as Halloween movies go, this is like second best. So
there's a huge cult following.
Like the franchise or just Halloween in general?
The franchise.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
sorry to cut you up, but the idea behind this one was all the ones moving forward were all supposed to be like a different.
Just a Halloween story, not a Michael Myers story. Yes.
Yeah. Sorry, anyways, go on.
That was John Carpenter's idea from the start, and then they forced him to make another Michael Myers movie, which ruined the whole thing, and then that's why the third one just didn't make any sense. But I'm gonna give this movie a solid 5. It's a good movie. It's got Stonehenge, so really it's a knowledge movie. You know, it works your brain, right? It just makes you smarter. And then yes, I would recommend it. Yes, I would buy it. And which mask would I have? I would go with the skeleton.
Oh, out of left field.
Don't put that on.
Is that one? Yeah, right. Don't put that on. Is that one specifically from Halloween, or do you have a different skull mask?
You know, up to your interpretation.
Yeah, he went to the Silver Shamrock
did
factory.
you get it from Silver Shamrock?
I got it from a guy who says he plays the old man in a bunch of movies.
I got it from a guy. Yeah, who knows a guy?
They all spoke with Irish accents. I don't know much about it.
I also would give it a 5. I've always liked that movie. I've only seen it maybe 4 or 5 times, but it's just different. And so, like, to me, like, I don't really put it in the whole Halloween saga and everything. It's just its own standalone movie to me. It's just called Season of the Witch. Sometimes I refer to it as that. But I give it a 5. I do own it. I would recommend it. And man, I guess I'd go with. I'll be the pumpkin since I'm wearing orange. I'd wear the pumpkin mask.
Oh, and I didn't mention that on camera here that when Corey and I were talking about this is if you haven't seen this movie and you've watched our other episodes, this movie is almost exactly Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park.
Yeah, no joke. I thought that like several times. I even put that in my notes. It's like kind of the same, except for they don't go way down.
Oh, right. Because the Phantom of the Park they go way
down.
Way down. Cam?
I gotta give it a 5. It's a competent movie. It's kind of weird compared to. I got really into the second reboot movies. I don't know if you guys are into those.
Well, you saying like Halloween?
Yeah, like the 2018 to present.
Oh yeah.
And so like
that's what this one is.
Nice.
With the burn marks.
Oops. Oh yeah, because of the
I like that he keeps the tag on there just in case he needs to return it.
Dude, that's how you wear them. It's like wearing like your tag on.
Yeah, with the sticker on it.
That's how you wear them, man.
No, I it's a silly movie, but it's not anything worse than other similar era spooky movies. Other than the town thing is kind of weird, like getting into it that way. Like it ends on a high note. I'll say that.
For sure. Did you pick a mask?
Oh, jack-o'-lantern all the way.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't wear a sleep mask. I just put on a plastic jack-o'-lantern.
Halloween Resurrection. I feel like I go back and forth, and you guys are I'm probably gonna rank it way higher than both of you. But if I could go in the middle, I would say a 4.5. But I guess I'll round it down to just a 4. I like it just because it's a Halloween movie. It's a different kind of Halloween movie because they have the little camcorder. It's supposed to be like a reality show, and Busta Rhymes is in this movie. So I did like this. Also, real quick, I sent you guys a link about 2 of the characters in 2017 got kidnapped. It was, I think, the blonde girl and the brown-haired guy. I don't know, whatever. But yeah, they got kidnapped in 2017. I sent you the link. You can look that up, whoever wants to look that up. But yeah, I give it a 4. I own it, and I would recommend it. So who's next?
I'll go next.
Oh, go ahead.
That was great.
I think it probably deserves a 2, but I'll give it a 3 just because it was kind of fun. And also all the stuff that you've added, Wav, like the found footage. Like, how long is that cut of the movie?
I'd have to look. I don't remember. It's not as long, but the movie's not that long at all. It's
That's
like
true.
Yeah, but there's multiple cameras, so that if there's 20 cameras, then and they're all an hour, it'd be 20 hours.
Sure, but there's cuts of them, I guess. Yeah. So
Yeah, I don't know. The party scene seemed like it was just thrown in there to like add time to the movie.
Move it along. Yeah.
Yeah. But again, it kind of ends on a high note. It's entertaining, especially the Tekken sequence.
Well, Cam, you kind of stole my thunder. I would also give it a 2, but it has King Sackhoff in it, so it gets a 2.
Woo! She gets that makes it 1 extra star.
Yeah, Starbuck just moves it. Bo-Katan moves it 1 step forward. No, I thought the movie was terrible.
Well, anyways, guys, happy Halloween. That was fun. We watched a couple Halloween movies. Who knows? Who knows what will we do next year? Maybe Casper. You mentioned Casper earlier. Anyways, thanks again for joining us on another episode of Do You Remember This Movie?
Or the Stevie Show!
Yes, I got it!
I'll see you in hell.
Or this TV show.
Oh, wow, this is it. Hall of Fame time.
What's famous?
You really don't know? Conal Cochran, the all-time genius of the practical joke. He invented sticky toilet paper. Oh, you must know.